Well, a movie about Ohio, filmed in Ohio, showing the real-life struggles the opioid epidemic has caused and the inspiring stories of those who have turned their lives around. Union County, starring Will Poulter and written and directed by Adam Meeks, hits theaters starting August 14th. We're joined with the two of them now for some behind the scenes. And guys, the movie is fantastic. It's inspirational. It's emotional. Adam, I'll start with you because I know that this is a project that you've really been working on for a long time. I know you made a short film as well. Just tell me why this project is so near and dear to your heart.
Yeah, I mean, I'm from this part of Ohio originally, the part of Ohio where the film is set. Originally from Columbus, and then a lot of my family ended up in the Union County and Logan County areas. And, you know, at the time they started working on it, and this remains true, there was a lot of awareness around the struggles and the hardship and the pain of the epidemic, and that's very real. And at the same time, I was introduced to this drug court program that was changing people's lives on a regular basis. And I was seeing these kind of hopeful stories playing out every day, people getting back on their feet, and felt like if we could figure out how to kind of translate that feeling in this courtroom and this recovery community to the screen, that hopefully that could be a meaningful addition to the conversation around addiction and recovery.
Yeah, absolutely. Will, for you, I mean, you've worked on major motion pictures, hit TV shows. What was it about this independent film that sort of drew you to this project?
I've been really fortunate that in the past I've had an opportunity, I guess in the context of TV more specifically, to make a comment on the opioid epidemic, but I think the show that I was involved in, which I'm very proud to have been involved in, was more weighted on kind of the devastation and the injustices around how that epidemic kind of came to be. And I think in Union County, I had this amazing opportunity to, you know, be part of a story that really celebrated the successes and hard work that goes into recovery. And even more specifically, this particular recovery community who I had the opportunity to work with and in collaboration with in the making of the story. And I think the film as a whole, you know, is something of a counterweight to the narrative we often see proliferated on the subject of addiction, which is, you know, often filled with a lot of stereotypes and some quite kind of harmful stigma. And I thought that what Adam, you know, had created with the script and with the short film up until the point that we met was something so humanizing, so dignified, and also so truthful, and it needed to be out there.
How did you go about trying to, for both of you, how did you go about trying to portray something as an actor on a topic that really is something that people struggle with every single day, and you actually feature real people going through these types of struggles and some of the journeys that they've gone through? How did you go about that as an actor?
I mean, it was kind of a collaboration, I would say, between myself, Adam, Annette, who is effectively the lead of our film and the lead of the adult recovery program, and the participants, right? It was kind of a sort of shared effort between all of us.
Yeah.
And kind of folding in, I think, things that, you know, Adam had learned over time from spending, you know, meaningful time in the community with the participants, and then kind of inviting me to sort of join that process at a certain stage.
Yeah, the character that Will plays is sort of an amalgamation of a few people that I have relationships with and have gotten to know. And so it stems from a place of, you know, truth and real folks and real lived experience. And then the process of making it was also kind of an invitation to the community to participate in the telling of the story. And we filmed in more of kind of a documentary process in courtroom and in other kind of more public-facing recovery spaces, and basically just invited participants and folks in the community to share their stories as well. And then it kind of became a, you know, a challenge, or I guess the assignment for Will and for Noah Centineo as well, was to kind of settle into a character and into the fold of this real community. And I do feel like for a chunk of the time we were there, the, you know, folks in the program got to know Cody and Jack, the characters.
Yeah, right.
Know? Yeah.
As if they were going along the struggles as well.